Hey guys, it's Scared Eye 7 from Scared Eye Productions, and today I'm going to be kind of answering one of the most confusing things for a beginner skater, and that is frontside versus backside. This might not seem confusing, but it really is for a new skater, and definitely was for me, because I couldn't really tell the difference between them. I'm going to give you a couple of key ways to identify the difference between them, just to really define both of them. A frontside trick will generally be in front of you, and a backside trick will generally be behind you. Now that's the main difference, but you can go a lot deeper than that. When you're doing a frontside trick, generally you're able to see where the board is going. So let's say you're doing a boneless frontside 180, you can see where the trick is actually going. Versus if you're doing a backside 180 trick, you don't exactly see where it's going, and you're often blind. When you're also doing a backside 180 rotation versus a frontside 180 rotation, your back is often facing the board, versus when you're doing a frontside rotation, your upper body is facing the board and your back never really faces the board. Often, frontside 180 tricks are generally easier for skaters because you're able to see where you're going, right? And if you can see where you're going, then it's easier to do the trick. That's why a lot of skaters have one of the first tricks has the no compliant frontside 180, the boneless frontside 180, the fakey frontside pivot, just because it's easier. I hope it makes sense to you so far, so I'm going to add a couple more things to the mix that might confuse it up. A lot of skaters already know this, but then they get confused when it comes to fakey, because fakey, all that logic is thrown out the window, right? Now you get into the fakey 180s, and you get into fakey backside 180 and fakey frontside 180, and all of that is just completely gone. Here's what I mean by that. When you're doing a fakey backside 180 or a half cab, as skaters say, you can completely see where the board is going, and you're not doing it blind. And frontside 180 is the exact opposite. You're generally because you're riding backwards, you're generally a little bit blind going into a fakey frontside 180 versus a fakey backside 180. That's one of the exceptions, I would say. So let's say you're doing a fakey backside 180. Your whole back foot would be on the back of the tail, and you would generally scoop back. Versus if you're doing a frontside trick, especially if it's a shove it, you generally be scooping forward, and your foot would generally be in the back because it would help to get the front side rotation out. That's another way to figure out the difference. I know it might be confusing, but these are just some of the things that I think will help you guys out. And just remember that exception in the fakey rule. I hope this really helped you guys to be confused between front side and backside, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any more comments or concerns or questions about any of this stuff, make sure to leave me a comment below in this video, or just ask me a question on Instagram. I'll link in the description below. I'll see you guys in the next video.